you, Tina. I'll wave at the cameras. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Y'all remember.
Couldn't have been that important.
Yeah.
You had like
Yeah.
a method.
There's no method to the madness.
Well, you know, everybody's got their thing.
That's true.
That's
true.
why I asked. No
Yes.
surprises. Or very few.
Cantor, have you met Sally?
Not officially,
I
no.
feel like. did we meet
I said hello to
online?
you one of the days that you were here.
Oh, nice to officially
Sally,
meet you.
it's a
Allison, nice to
pleasure.
meet you.
I so enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, someday we'll talk. I mean, not too long, like maybe 5 years.
So established, but not.
Yeah. But I jumped in with my feet.
Really wonderful job.
Middle of early recognized.
A lot of fun.
So
Do you want the board call?
yes. Oh, I don't know if I
I
did
did so
or
many
not.
things, I'm like, I don't know what.
I'm a committee chair. chair, so I'm there. What can they do?
Sally, I'm glad you did that. I don't know. Who got you in that?
I'm wondering if it was this man.
What gave you the first clue? No. And you know what got me in? Do you remember what you said? You don't even have to do anything. You just have to show up at board meeting.
And she
It's the next day. No.
Next day is, can you make this, right?
No, can you make this phone call? Can you make that phone call? And that's my least favorite thing to do is call people.
Well, these days you can get through the house. It's true that
He says call.
Oh, no, I agree with her, actually. Because I think we've lost the art of the phone call.
Okay, now where do you want me to sit? Where's my chair? This one here?
You ready, Cantor?
Momentarily, can we get my guitar on?
It is 15 seconds away. 14, 13. But we have it online.
We'll be virtual and literal. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We're going to start off with singing Bowie Kala. Let's welcome the Sabbath bride. And listen, you can clap at this one. It's a joyous song. Bowie Kala, Bowie Kala, Bowie Kala, Bowie Kala. Same words again. Bowie Kala, Bowie Kala, Bowie Kala, Bowie Kala. Then we go into Lechadodi. Lechadodi, Likrat Kala, Likrat Kala. Penei Shabbat, take a deep breath. One more time. Last time, Bowie Kala. Bowie Kala, Bowie Kala, Bowie Kala. Now hold this out. Hold this Bowie out. Bowie, Bowie Kala.
Well, thank you, Cantor.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Well, as you can tell, I'm not the rabbi. But I'm Steve Abrams, and I'm running this service tonight, along with Cantor Allison. Well, candle lighting. I welcome the Lipkin Horowitz family. Are they here? Tina and Mark, would you please do the honors? Yes, we do.
As the Sabbath candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us.
As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Always a challenge. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you, Tina and Mark. Please, everyone, rise as we do the Shabbat family blessing.
Do we have it in here? I do not know the word for it in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna wing it. In fact, I did not bring it with me. We're gonna do this one a cappella. We're gonna sing it together, so you're gonna get with me. Here we go. May God bless you and keep you. May He shine His face upon you and grace you. May He lift His presence unto you and grant you peace. May God bless you and keep you. May she shine her face upon you and grace you. May she lift her presence unto you and grant you peace. And grant you peace.
Please be seated, everybody. Please turn to page 124 as we read together at the top. We enter the sanctuary to enter Shabbat. Within these walls, we are surrounded by numberless generations. Everybody together, please. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured a beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to live in righteousness, holding up them to a vision of the truest self. Now we, in our turn, come into the sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness doubt the flaws within our human hearts. The harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us and lift our hearts in prayer.
An old melody. Can't get it wrong though. If you could say Sim Shalom, you can get pretty much all of it. Try this one. Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Tova Uracha. Let's do something real quick and make it a little bit higher so we can do it again. Here we go. Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Tova Uveracha. Now just yalla la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la 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 with me. Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha. Hey Steve, is it cool if we like do a little interaction here real quick?
Sure.
Awesome. So we're gonna echo back and forth, right? We got it. Even those of you on streaming, right? So just repeat after me. Sim,
Sim,
Sim.
sim,
Together. Sim shalom. Sim. Sim. Sim shalom. Sim. Sim. Sim shalom. Tova uveracha. One more time. We're going to go a little higher. Sim. Sim. Sim shalom. Sim. Sim. Sim shalom. Sim. Sim. Sim shalom. Tova uveracha. One more with the yalla la lies. Yalla la 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 ya la la. Yalla la 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 ya la la. Yalla la 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 ya la la. Ya la la. Yalla la la la. Last time. Sim. Sim. Sim shalom. Sim. Sim. Sim shalom. Sim. Sim. Sim shalom. Tova uveracha.
Thank you, Cantor. Please rise for the Baruch.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 Barechu et Adonai Hamevorach Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam
I'd like to invite the Lipkin Horowitz family up to the middle here, and if they could read page 148 on the top, responsibly with everybody in the temple. Right up here, guys. Page 148, the bottom of the page.
This one?
Starts with blessed.
Blessed.
Blessed are you, Adonai.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, ruling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai is your name. Ever living, may your reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening.
Baruch atah Adonai, Avarim. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please turn to page 150. Oh, please be seated, everybody. As we read together at the top of 150. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons. yet I struggle with truth. You meant Torah for me. You did mean to struggle with me too. Don't let the struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Please rise for the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha, vedibarta bam, veshivtecha b'veitecha, uvlechtecha b'derech, uvshachbecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, vehayu letotafot beineinecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, Uvisharecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, amen.
Please turn to page 157 at the top as we read together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we will believe that we were taught before ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt. There is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to the promise passes through the wilderness. There is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together and singing.
You know, I just changed the melody in my head. That reading to me is Miriam's song. Let's do the
Yeah.
beginning of Miriam's song.
Yeah.
Go right into Michalocha. And the women. And the women dancing with their children. I'm sorry, we're going to try that one more time because my brain was elsewhere. Let's try it one more time. Not children, timbrels. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to one who we've exalted. Miriam and the women went steadfast the whole night long. Now we stood in Micha
Housekeeping.
What page are we on? Let's turn to page 158. Is it 158? Hang tight for 1 second here. I'm sorry. 162. Excuse me.
All right, so we're going to do the tefillah. Please rise, everybody.
Adonai Shabbatai Tiftach Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei Bneihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atav Rav Lehoshia, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Notlim Berafeh Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit Umechayeh, Umatzliach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'hachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Please turn to the top of 173. And please read together. 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. On page 180 and 181, you can choose prayers of your liking for the silent meditation, or you can choose something of your own.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני the Gali. Join along with me. Yehyu leratzon imrei fi vehegyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri, v'gali.
Thank you, Cantor. This week's Torah portion comes from Numbers, chapter 25, verse 10, through chapter 30, verse 1. In Numbers 27, verse 4, we meet Zelophehad, who had no sons. He had 5 daughters. In the Bible, only sons were recognized to inherit land. Zelophehad died in the wilderness. His 5 daughters pleaded to Moses so they may inherit their father's land. Moses consulted with God. God agreed with the daughters' plea and told Moses their plea is just. This elevated the women's voices. This is a story of fighting for justice and speaking out against injustice. We must act. When faced with an unjust status quo, we need to fight for what is just and right. Whatever side of the aisle you are, left or right, we as Jews need to focus on what is just and right. If you are silent about an issue where others can or have been hurt, this is not the right way to handle it. We must speak out. We need to heal the world one problem at a time. Tikkun olam. After all, the Torah states, tzedek, tzedek, turdut. Justice, justice you shall pursue. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Please turn to page 371 as we do the Mishabera. Source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find a bridge to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. If you know of anybody that is in need of healing, please raise your hand. Susan? Carolyn? Those in need of healing, with Ruach Shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Please turn to page 586 for the Elenu. Please rise, everybody, for the open ark.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ateit kedula le'otzeh b'reishit, shelo asanu k'goyei ha'aratzot, ve'lo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, ve'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu.
Please be seated, everybody.
שנאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Well, this Shabbat, we remember Chase Joseph Newton, Ronald C. Jack, the victims of the Highland Park, Illinois tragedy, Harvey Hirsch, Phyllis Sivan, Shirley Rosenberg, Eva Hain, Marion Parnes, David Lieberman, Susan Schwartz, Leon Johnson, and those who are observing your site: Stephen Christie, father of Adam; Martha Simon, sister of James Nichols; Richard Sears, brother-in-law of Sally Davis; Paula Wheeler, mother of Jonathan Wheeler; Richard Abraham, father of Christy Seidner; Lynn Wenzel, aunt of Steve Seidner; Carol Friedenthal, father of Shelley Friedenthal; Deanna Muskes, sister of Ramey Muskes; Ed Roth, my brother-in-law; Esther Mervis, grandmother of Jennifer Mervis. Is there anybody that has a yurt site on this date? Please. Please turn to page 598. Okay.
Please rise.
Please rise, please.
Yitgadal
Yishkadash Shemei Rabbah.
Be'alma divrach hirutei, ve'amlich malchutei. V'chayechon u'yomechon, v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. V'agala u'vizman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah nevarach le'olam u'amei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei dekudisha b'richu. Le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Ta'amiran ve'alma v'imru amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom min Ramav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen.
Say shalom b'mramav.
Please be seated.
Uya say shalom aleinu. Ve'akol Yisrael. Ve'imru amen.
Oh,
Say shalom b'mramav. Uya say shalom aleinu.
Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen.
Shabbat Shalom. You get the announcements. First of all, thank you for a lovely service, Steve and Cantor. Shabbat Shalom, I already said that. Coming up at Temple Sinai, we have Zoom Minyan and Torah study tomorrow at 10:30. Emotional Resiliency meeting Monday at 7 p.m. on Zoom. Please take part in the Door to Door Committee meeting on Tuesday at 7 p.m. via Zoom. Everyone is welcome to help revitalize the TSG Seniors Program. And on Wednesday at 6 p.m. via Zoom, the TSG Film Group will be discussing the Israeli drama, The Women's Balcony. You'll find details about all this and more in the weekly TSG email blast. Tonight's flowers are presented by Alexandria Levitt and Rami Musquez for the yahrzeit of Rami's sister, Deanna Musquez. At the conclusion of the service, everyone is invited to join the Oneg, hosted tonight by Kim Selfon, in appreciation of Steve's work and dedication as president at TSG. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Well, thank you, everybody. And Cantor, what is your closing song for tonight?
So I'm going to ask everybody, if you have something in your hands, put it down. You don't need, well, there is a little song sheet in the booklet, but you can put that on your lap or something, right? We're going to clap this one out. So we're going to do a version of Gesher Tsar Me'od. And the translation of it is, the whole world is a very narrow bridge, but the most important part is not to be afraid. And I think that is so applicable to our world right now in every facet. Pretty much everywhere you turn, you got to walk carefully. So I'll sing, you sing it back to me, and then we'll get the clapping going. So it goes like this. Kol ha'olam kulo. Try that. Kol ha'olam kulo. Gesher tsar me'od. Try that. Gesher tsar me'od. V'ha'ikar. Again, v'ha'ikar.
V'ha'ikar.
Here we go. Lo lefached klal. Try that with me. Lo lefached klal. Let's try the Hebrew together. Let's see. Kol ha'olam kulo. Gesher tsar me'od. V'ha'ikar. V'ha'ikar. Lo lefached klal. And follow along here. The whole world is a very narrow bridge, and I said the most important part is not to be afraid. The whole world is a very narrow bridge, and we say the most important part is not to be afraid. For the beginning. Kol ha'olam kulo. You can put your hands on this one. Gesher tsar me'od. V'ha'ikar. 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 Lo lefached. Lo lefached. Lo lefached. Klal. In the English, the whole world. The whole world is a very narrow bridge, and I said the most important part is not to be afraid. The whole world is a very narrow bridge, and I said the most important part is not to be afraid. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Cantor.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Sally. What?
Sounds nice.
Hi, Allison.